Hi, this is Zoltan with Remax Professionals, and in light of the new changes coming up as far as the mortgage rules, we're sitting here today with Frank Karlaftis with Castle Mortgage Group, and we're going to discuss how it affects people and what, if anything, you can do about it. So Frank, first of all, what are the changes that are coming up?
Yeah, you bet, Zoltan. On October 3rd, the Minister of Finance announced some mortgage changes for the qualification for our clients. So rather than qualify at your commitment rate, let's say if you had a 2.44% on your mortgage, you would have to qualify at the benchmark rate, which is 4.64%. Now, it doesn't mean you're going to be paying 4.64, but you have to qualify as though your payments were set at a 4.64. Effectively, it makes qualification a little bit tougher for most clients.
But as far as the mortgage itself, you get a guaranteed rate at 2.44, for example, right? That's what you're going to be end up paying.
Correct.
You have to qualify based as if the interest rates were 4.64, is that?
That's exactly correct,
Right.
yeah.
So that would make it, I guess, a little bit tougher to qualify for a lot of people, or
Correct.
How many people do you think it will affect, or what
I think
it's the market?
Yeah, you bet. It's going to certainly affect immediately those who have less than 20% to put down. And then on November 30th, the changes are going to sweep throughout everyone who's, regardless of what your down payment is.
All right, so this basically affects people that need to rely on CMHC for mortgage insurance.
Correct.
What about Genworth or any other types of mortgage insurance that might be available? Will that be affected as well?
Absolutely, yeah. They're going to follow the same rules as well. So these take effect on October 17th, and then November 30th, it's all mortgages that are bulk insured.
So then as far as the impact that it has on the buyer, I'm thinking it impacts their purchasing power, is that?
Correct, yeah. So the government's basically calling this a stress test for your mortgage. So if you could effectively qualify for, let's say, $300,000 as of today, come October 17th, you might only qualify for $240,000 for a purchase price.
Interesting. Now, if you went to the bank and you got pre-qualified, let's say a month ago, and you got a rate guarantee for 120 days or 90 days or whatever it is, will you be grandfathered in once these new rules kick in?
You certainly will want to speak to your lender again, because if you have, if you've purchased your home and you've gotten approval, like you've actually written an offer and it's been accepted, and your mortgage has been approved, then you're grandfathered in. But if you've just been pre-approved and there's not an actual property, then you will want to speak to your lender, because it will affect.
Basically, if you haven't made an offer yet, or even if you're making an offer, let's say on October 17th, because you're not going to get approved until the day after or a couple of days after, however long it takes for the bank to approve that particular transaction.
Correct.
Then you're affected by this.
Absolutely.
Interesting, interesting. I suppose now people are wondering, like, geez, I was looking at all these houses at $400,000 and I'll be dropped down to about, I'd say in this situation, maybe 320, 330-ish?
Yeah, correct. Yeah. So it's a pretty major change to your purchasing power. The major option is to put, of course, a larger down payment down, but that might not be realistic for a lot of buyers.
All right. So realistically, if you have 20% or more, you're not affected, not a problem. But if you have anything less than that as far as down payment, you're affected.
Correct. And some buyers, even with 20% down, come November 30th, they will be affected by the change. Right. Yeah.
So there's two stages. What's the first one? That's October 17th. Who does that one affect? And then November 30th, who does that?
You bet. So October 17th will be anyone with less than 20% down. CMHC basically, or Genworth or Canada Guarantee, any of our insurers, for them to insure the mortgage, it has to qualify at the 4.64% rate. And then after November 30th, any mortgage that's bulk insured, and some lenders, they still do insure mortgages even though there's 20% down, those will also have to qualify at the 4.64% rate.
So if you were to think creatively, aside from making a larger down payment, is there any way to maintain your purchasing power? Is there anything that can be done? Second mortgages, co-signers, anything?
I would say a co-borrower, like similar to a co-signer, might be an option for some people. And I see it where perhaps maybe a parent might be placed on the mortgage as well as, let's say, a 1% owner, but that's a bit of a creative guarantee, and it might not be an option for everyone. But
Okay, so if that was an option, how would it work as far as a co-borrower? How would it affect things?
well, the co-borrower would go on title. They'd be a part owner. When your law firm draws up the details, they can have that person listed as a 1% owner, so it won't affect land transfer, let's say 5 years down the road when they're taken off of the mortgage as much, but it would still need to qualify. Yeah, they would still need to qualify as a
But as
borrower.
far as the qualification itself and purchasing power, how would this bring in co-borrower?
Oh, certainly, yeah. Well, because then we could include their income on the application as well.
Okay, so
Yeah.
that makes a lot more sense. So this way, with the larger income to service the mortgage, you would actually qualify for a potentially higher rate that would keep you within that initial
Correct.
purchasing power, I suppose that you... All right, well, you've heard it here, and if you haven't talked to your banker in the last few days or so, and if you don't have a deal that's signed and approved, talk to your banker, your mortgage broker. If you're not happy with your mortgage broker, this is the guy. So how can people contact you and
Yeah, certainly.
for questions?
Well,
or-
the easiest way, my direct phone number is 204-228-9565, and we're at Castle Mortgage Group here. We're just at Pembina and Grant Avenue, so very easy to find. We have access to 30 different lenders, including major banks, credit unions, and of course our monoline lenders.
All right. Well, that's it for today. And if you do have questions, by all means, ask away. You can email. We'll put all the contact information on the screen as well. And see you next time. Thanks. Have a wonderful day.
Bye for now.